I try and put things together. Like, I try to work hard, put things together, make sure my team's good. But it comes at a cost, like big cost. And
this is his last year in boxing. And I said that recently. That's not a definite, but it's very likely it could be. But it was more of a...
Obviously, it's a tragic incident. 2 people have lost their lives. It's a horrific...
Anthony Joshua announces retirement after his friend's tragic death leaves him mentally broken. AJ has revealed he's deeply disturbed by the loss of his closest friends in the accident. This isn't a temporary break, he's stepping away from boxing forever, a decision born from heartbreak. For him, life now outweighs the ring, and survival takes precedence over sport.
it was just from the heart, right? I knew I was mad. At myself, not anyone, just at myself.
Anthony Joshua is showing a side we rarely see raw, emotional, and completely broken. Watching him cry for his beloved friends who tragically passed reveals the real cost of life outside the ring. He admits it takes unimaginable strength just to keep going. This isn't about boxing anymore. It's about surviving heartbreak and facing a reality that no opponent could ever deliver.
It comes at a cost, like big cost, and like sometimes it'll never break me, but it takes real strength for it not.
Anthony Joshua's struggles have reached a breaking point, and Eddie Hearn confirms it. With mental health challenges compounded by the tragic loss of his closest friends in the car crash, AJ has made the heartbreaking decision to retire from boxing. This isn't just stepping back, it's a permanent choice driven by grief, trauma, and the need to protect his mind and body.
He's had all these mental health problems, struggles and stuff.
Anthony Joshua's retirement makes sense when you hear Dominic Ingle. Boxing is temporary, but life is priceless. AJ has faced trauma no fighter should endure: the car crash and losing his closest friends. Ingle reminds us that no title or purse can replace human life. AJ stepping away isn't weakness, it's a reality check and a necessary act of survival.
It's just a sport. Boxing sport is not more important than life. It's not. It's a sport. Put it in perspective. Who cares whether he carries on boxing? That's not the thing. Human lives have been lost. You can never. That's price. You can't get them back. It's priceless. You can't get it back. What does boxing matter? You know what I mean? It don't matter one bit. That's what I'm saying to you. It's like, but sometimes you get these reality checks in life.
Eddie Hearn confirms Anthony Joshua's retirement is as much about his body as his mind. After surviving a devastating car crash and losing his closest friends, AJ is battling more than just physical niggles. He's carrying immense mental and emotional weight. Hearn suggests this is the right moment for AJ to bow out gracefully, prioritizing his health and sanity over the sport he once dominated.
It depends on his body. I mean, I wasn't being facetious before, but you never know the landscape of this, but more likely he's thought this is a good time to bow out, or got a few niggles and I don't think I should.
Spencer Oliver highlights why Anthony Joshua's retirement leaves a void in boxing. AJ isn't just a fighter, he's a character, a draw, and a force in the ring whose talent commands respect. Losing him isn't just about fights, it's about losing a personality that electrifies the sport. Fans will remember his skill, but also the charisma and heart he brought every time he stepped inside the ropes.
Just that he's a big personality and he sells fights so well and he's a big character, and the press conferences, the build up to fights and what he delivers in the ring. The guy is a serious talent, and he'll be missed when he's retired, that is for sure.
Johnny Nelson's words hit hard, reminding everyone of the real cost behind Anthony Joshua's tragedy. Fights, rivalries, and hype fade when lives are lost. AJ isn't just facing the end of his boxing career, he's grappling with heartbreak and grief over friends who were like family. This tragedy shifts perspective, showing that life itself is far more precious than any belt or payday.
It's just sad. It just makes you realise how valuable life is and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing the life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these two men who were somebody's child, someone's brother, And that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their lives.
Gareth, a Davies, breaks down the depth of Anthony Joshua's loss. AJ isn't just losing teammates, he's losing key pillars of his mental and emotional support. These weren't just colleagues, they were family. Recovering from this tragedy will take far more than physical healing. Stepping away from boxing now is about survival, rebuilding his life, and finding strength beyond the ring.
If he's got these guys with him as part of his team, they're close aides, close friends. He's going to have lost two very close friends, two members of his team who are part of his mental, psychological and spiritual scaffolding. He will have to recover from this in all those ways, as well as physically, to go again.
Johnny Nelson perfectly captures the perspective Anthony Joshua now faces. Boxing, for all its glory, titles, and fame, is a fleeting chapter compared to the gravity of real life. AJ has endured the unimaginable, the car crash, the tragic loss of close friends, and the mental toll that comes with it. Nelson reminds us that while the media and fans obsess over fights, records, and controversies, these pale in comparison to human life and well-being. AJ's decision to retire permanently is a reflection of understanding what truly matters: health, family, and recovery. In this context, boxing becomes secondary, almost irrelevant, against the magnitude of personal tragedy.
Boxing's a game. It's a short period in your life. It's a game.
John Fury's heartfelt words perfectly capture the gravity of Anthony Joshua's situation. After surviving a life-threatening car crash and losing his closest friends, AJ's survival itself becomes the ultimate victory. Fury emphasizes that fame, wealth, and titles fade in comparison to the value of life. Being alive is now AJ's most precious achievement, and his focus must shift toward healing, both physically and mentally. The gratitude and relief in Fury's message underline the fragility of life, reminding fans in the boxing world that AJ's retirement and recovery are not signs of weakness, but essential steps toward rebuilding his life after unimaginable tragedy.
Bless you, AJ. You're one lucky lad. God bless you, my lad. Glad you're alive again. Shocked me, it has. Terrible. Anyway, good luck everybody, and try and enjoy the new year as much as you.
Pain Game highlights the immense physical and mental challenge Anthony Joshua now faces. AJ's body, conditioned to endure the most punishing blows in boxing, is now forced to cope with trauma far beyond any opponent's reach. Surviving a severe car crash and losing close friends imposes an unimaginable strain, and recovery must be approached with extreme care. Every step, movement, and decision now carries weight. Retirement is no longer a choice of convenience, but a necessity to protect his health and life. Pain Game's perspective underlines that AJ's fight has shifted from the ring to the most vital arena: survival and healing.
He's been through such a severe car accident there. Like, all right, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, like, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care because you don't want to make things.
Sonny Faz paints a chilling picture of Anthony Joshua's reality beyond the ring. AJ has achieved global fame, won millions, and delivered historic victories, including breaking Jake Paul's jaw, yet life has thrown him an unimaginable blow. Returning to Nigeria, surviving a near-fatal crash, and losing two of his closest friends highlights how fragile life truly is. Sonny Faz reminds us that no title, paycheck, or fame can protect you from tragedy. AJ's retirement is a decision rooted in survival, grief, and the need to heal mentally and physically, proving that even the greatest athletes face battles no one else can see.
Just 2 weeks ago, this guy's in front of the whole world. Netflix, millions of dollars, breaks Jake Paul's jaw in 2 places. Decides to go back to Nigeria, almost dies. 2 of his closest friends pass away in the accident. You never know what day's your last.
Eddie Hearn emphasizes the human side of Anthony Joshua's tragedy and the responsibility that comes with it. AJ's friends and family are now at the forefront, and Hearn stresses that being a star doesn't remove the need for care, support, and protection. Ensuring medical attention and emotional stability is paramount, highlighting that boxing is secondary to life itself. AJ's retirement isn't just a career decision, it's about focusing on those he loves and safeguarding the people affected by the crash. Hearn's message underscores the magnitude of the situation, reminding fans in the boxing world that empathy and support matter more than sport.
For them and the family, anything they need, you know, sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure obviously they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe and happy and as happy as can be.
Turki Alashik's reaction underscores the shocking impact of Anthony Joshua's accident on the boxing world. AJ, once untouchable in the ring, now faces a harsh reality, serious injuries and potential brain damage from a life-threatening car crash. This incident goes far beyond any opponent he's faced. Physical prowess and skill mean nothing against such unforeseen tragedy. Turki's reaction reflects not only concern for AJ's health, but also the collective fear and empathy of fans and insiders alike. The mental toll combined with grief over losing close friends in the same accident creates an overwhelming burden. AJ's permanent retirement is no longer a career choice, it's a necessary step for survival. The focus now shifts from titles and fights to recovery, family, and mental well-being, reminding the world that even legends are human. Liam Guff's reaction perfectly frames the human cost behind Anthony Joshua's shocking accident. AJ is more than a fighter. He's a man who has lost close friends in a single tragic moment, leaving emotional and psychological scars that no victory or championship can heal. Goff emphasizes the importance of recognizing the people behind the headlines, friends, family, and those mourning the loss. This accident isn't about fights or records. It's about life, grief, and recovery. AJ's retirement is a reflection of this reality, prioritizing survival over sport. The prayers and condolences offered by Goff and fans alike show the magnitude of empathy and support surrounding AJ. In the aftermath, focus must shift to healing, both mentally and physically, and honoring those lost, proving that boxing pales in comparison to life itself.
Anthony Joshua injured in car accident. 2 people who I believe were with Anthony Joshua were friends of his have tragically passed away. Before I carry on reading the article, the 2 people who have tragically passed, my condolences is all I can say to their friends and families. We'll definitely offer up some prayers for them.
Pain Game highlights the extreme physical and mental challenge Anthony Joshua now faces after his devastating car crash. AJ's body, conditioned to absorb brutal punishment in the ring, is suddenly exposed to injuries and trauma far beyond any fight scenario. Surviving such a catastrophic accident, combined with losing his closest friends, creates a level of stress and pain that no athlete is fully prepared for. Every step of his recovery must be handled with care, not just physically but psychologically, as the trauma leaves lasting effects. Pain Game emphasizes that AJ's retirement is not surrender, it's a critical decision to protect his health and ensure his survival. The focus now shifts from belts and fame to healing, rebuilding, and mental resilience. AJ's journey after the crash is a reminder that real-life battles often eclipse the sport he once dominated, and his courage extends beyond the ring.
Such a severe car accident there. Like, all right, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, like, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care because you don't want to...
Anthony Joshua's story isn't just about boxing. It's about survival, loss, and resilience. From dominating the ring to facing a near-fatal car crash that claimed his closest friends, AJ's journey has shifted from titles and glory to life, recovery, and mental health. His permanent retirement is a testament to the realities athletes face beyond the spotlight: physical trauma, emotional scars, and the unimaginable burden of grief. Fans, media, and the boxing community must now witness AJ's next chapter with empathy and respect, understanding that stepping away is an act of courage, not defeat. As we reflect on his career and the tragedy that changed everything, it's clear that Anthony Joshua's legacy extends far beyond punches and championships. It's about surviving life's toughest battles. Now we want to hear from you. How do you think AJ's retirement will impact boxing, and what lessons can the world learn from his resilience? Comment below and share your thoughts.